Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna look at the usage of imperfective and perfective aspect of the verb in Russian. So as you can see here, we have the verb читать, which is imperfective verb, and прочитать perfective. So usually perfective verb will have a prefix in front of it. So the stem will remain the same, like verb читать, to read, and прочитать would be perfective. So each verb would have its own prefix, so you will need to remember them in pairs. So imperfective usually used in all tenses like present, past, and future, and perfective only in the future or in the past, because we always assume perfective with a result. So something has been done and there is a result. That would be a perfective verb in Russian. So let's have a look how do we do the present tense imperfective, which is quite easy. Just normal present tense conjugation. So он читает, он сейчас читает. So it's only the process. So imperfective verb we would use to describe a process of doing something. So he is reading now. So also something has been done habitually. We would say обычно, so usually он много читает. So because of обычно, we would use a process rather than the result. So usually he reads a lot, or usually he is reading a lot. So two translations possible, because in Russian we have just only one sentence, and into English you can translate using different tenses, as we don't have so much tenses in Russian. So он читает каждый день. So каждый день, that's again specifically used here to describe a habitual action. So he reads every day. So the past tense would be also very simple, just a verb in the past tense. So вчера он читал весь день. So we know it's a past tense because of the L, and it's a process in the past. So yesterday he was reading all day. Раньше он много читал. Again, habitually, he did something. So before he used to read a lot. So раньше он много читал. Он уже читал эту книгу. He has already read this book. So it's already happened in the past, and we have уже, which means it should be in the past tense. It's already has been done. So future tense, we would usually simple future tense, быть plus infinitive. So он будет, of course you need to conjugate быть in the future. So он будет читать эту книгу завтра. So it's a plan or probability for the future. He will be reading this book tomorrow. Again, specifying just the process of reading. Не мешайте ему, когда он будет читать. So again, the process of doing something. Do not disturb him when he will be reading. So if we want to describe or express frequency of the action, we would use specific words like часто, often, иногда, sometimes, всегда, always, никогда, never, редко, seldom, несколько раз, several times, раз в неделю, once a week, много раз, many times, каждый день, every day, and other expressions with каждый. So we could use каждое утро, каждый день, каждое лето, каждую зиму, and so on. Don't forget to change каждый if you have a feminine noun. That would usually be accusative. So по утрам, in the mornings, по понедельникам, on Mondays. So if we want also to specify the duration of the action, we would have specific adverbs used here. So долго, for a long time, целый час, whole hour, весь день, whole day, целый день, whole day, 15 минут, for 15 minutes, полчаса, for half an hour, весь месяц, whole month, весь год, whole year, все утро, whole morning, весь вечер, whole evening, всю ночь, whole night, весь понедельник, whole Monday, and все воскресенье, whole Sunday. Pay attention that there is no preposition for those ones if you want to express duration. So when would we use a perfective form? Remember that perfective does not exist in the future tense. I mean in the present tense. It's only used future or past, because we always assume the result. So we're talking about the result. So only in the past or in the future. No present. So он прочитал эту книгу. He has finished reading this book. Он уже прочитал эту книгу. He has already finished reading this book. So the perfective use in the past tense denote the completion of action. The result is usually implied. So он прочитает эту книгу завтра. So plans, promise or probability. So he will read this book tomorrow, specifying the completion of the action in the future. So he will read this book tomorrow completely. So I hope this video was useful for you. Again, remember to use imperfective when you are talking about the process of doing something, and use perfective when you're talking about finished result or probability or planning to do something definitely in the future. So for that reason we would have завтра here, and the perfective verb would be conjugated normally as a present tense, only with the prefix which they have usually. So читать would be прочитать, писать написать, думать подумать, звонить позвонить, ужинать поужинать, обедать пообедать, завтракать позавтракать, and so many more verbs. So you will need to learn the pairs. Thanks guys for watching. I hope this video was useful for you. So try to remember all these differences between imperfective and perfective, and of course try to remember these short adverbs that will describe always the process rather than the completion of the action. Thank you for watching. Cheerio.